Welcome everyone. We, the members of Group 4, are doing an analysis of the food delivery industry. Next. So the e-services market segment, online food delivery, contains the user and revenue development of two different delivery service solutions for prepared meals: restaurant to consumer delivery and platform to consumer delivery. The market is currently witnessing growth an account of the increasing access to high-speed internet facilities and the boosting sales of smartphones. This, in confluence with the growing working population and, and inflating income levels, is propelling the online food delivery market growth in India. Revenue in the online food delivery segment is projected to reach US dollars 14,408 millions in 2022. Consumer local F&B outlets reviewers are the major customer segment for the industry. Major competitors for the industry are restaurant and in-house delivery services. Furthermore, COVID-19 lockdowns have also positively impacted India's online food delivery industry by the fulfilling urge of eating outside. As many leading players like Zomato, McDonald's Corporation, and Domino's Pizza Inc. has introduced contactless delivery services. Now, I would like to hand over to Priya.
Now, we'll talk about pestle analysis. Firstly, in political factors, Digital India campaign allowed the food delivery industry to get more internet penetration, that is, more traffic on the platform. Here in the graph itself, we can see that how people are inclining more towards food delivery platforms in just 1 year. Apart from that, political instability also impacted the income level of consumers, which indirectly affected the industry. Second is economical factors. Nowadays, everyone has started preferring convenience over anything, due to which change in preference of consumers over the year has helped the industry to increase the traffic. COVID 19 also helped the food delivery companies by increasing the sales post pandemic. We can also see that how traffic has increased in last 1 year by 12% increase in orders per driver, 43% increase in area of delivery. We can also see that how revenue growth model of Zomato shows that revenue growth is 5.5 times since 2018. This industry has also impacted in providing employment, but on the other side, traditional restaurants have led to the has had to change the business models accordingly. Now, third is social factors. Increase in income levels of Indian working population, increase in health consciousness, and Indian culture has impacted the entire industry a lot. Next slide. Fourth factor is technological factors. Factors like automation has changed the outlook of the entire food delivery industry. It has led to aggregating with third-party apps such as cashless, which has helped in cashless transactions and also helped in providing various kind of cuisines. That is why we can see in the graph itself that how people have started preferring platform to consumers delivery over restaurants to consumer delivery. Fifth is legal factors. There are policies and guidelines made by the governments based on FASI, and various other laws are also there, such as consumer protection law, which shows that how consumers data and how food security are the major concern right now. So laws are made and industry has to follow those laws so that they can get more better results. Lastly, its environmental factors. Usage of electric vehicles has increased. Attitude towards eco-friendly products has increased, which has led to change the industry in that manner itself. Like recently, we have seen that how people have started preferring paper packaging over plastic packaging. So here we are talking about that only, and no cutlery option, which is there in the apps like Zomato and Swiggy. So, through McKinsey report, we can see that how people are more concerned about such kind of things, and we have started preferring that as well. And industry has also taken that into account. Now I'll switch over to Sejal.
Thank you, Priya. So we know that the online food delivery industry has evolved as one out to watch out for. Food tech unicorns like Zomato and Swiggy have made ordering online more of a necessity than a luxury in recent times. In this presentation, we take a look at how these two market leaders fare against each other. Next slide, please. Coming to the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is an abbreviation for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This study focuses on the internal and external elements that might affect every company. Internal variables include strengths and weaknesses, whereas external ones include opportunities and threats. The first tool of SWOT is the strength. These are the factors that put the company at the top and promising within the industry. Zomato's biggest strength is its spectacular marketing, whereas Swiggy's strengths are its Swiggy Genie and Swiggy Instamart. It is important to know one's weaknesses and improve them. Both of the company has increased competition and security issues which the company has to work upon, whereas Swiggy needs to work on its marketing. Opportunities is a useful analysis conducted within every businesses. This provides the organization with a few specific goals they need to focus on to stay a step ahead of their competitors. Cloud Kitchen, advancement in AI and technology are the biggest opportunities of Zomato. For Swiggy, growing internationally is its opportunity. Last, under the segment of SWOT analysis, we have threats. These factors are important to consider as it protects the organization from dealing with potential losses and more. Google's schema model and fragile business model are the upcoming threats of both of these companies. Now, switch over to Shivam.
Moving on to Porter's 5 forces, we aim to analyze the operating environments within the food delivery industry. Talking about the competitive rivalry, we place it at medium because there is an increase of more than 100% in online food orders in the past 3 years. The rivalry, hence, is heating up. To establish the against the competition, players are burning cash at a very high level. The Indian food delivery industry is now converting from blue ocean to red ocean strategy within this rivalry. Talking about the threat of new entrants, it is medium because food delivery market is now consolidating, which in turn reduces the amount of new entrants that could enter. Major players operating in this segment, as talked by Sejal, are Swiggy and Zomato, holding around 75% to 80% market share. Swiggy was leading with number of deliveries per day, followed by Zomato. Bargaining power of suppliers is moderate. It can be said because the standardization is the key objective. It is easier to get raw materials in tier 1 cities as compared to the other tiers, tier 2 or tier 3 cities. Direct supply are high challenges because of lower volume of requirement. Shipping in part loads can affect the quality due to multiple handling and high transit time, which means that there are higher logistic costs. Overall compliance of the supplier hence lowers and they tend to negotiate. The bargaining power of the buyer is high. Aspects or like consistent offers and promos gives a different message to the customer. Customer tends to shy away from buying such products as soon as the offer is withdrawn from various food aggregators. This situation is unhealthy and not profitable enough for the businesses. Due to heavy schemes, bargaining power of the customer increases drastically. Threat of substitution is very high. Availability of applications of restaurants on mobile devices like Pizza Hut and Domino's have increased the competition. Popular dishes have multiple brands in a city and work as a substitute amongst themselves. Swapping applications to make a choice of brands becomes one more important reasons for substitutions. Promos act as one of the main reasons for substitute. In a race of getting higher orders per day, food aggregators offer promotions, discounts, and even on popular brands. Next, I would like Anuj to take over.
Thank you, Shivam. Now, talking about customer segmentation in Zomato, there are three major customer segments. Number one is consumers. The Zomato platform is specifically built to help customers find and locate restaurants serving a variety of cuisines. Customers who like home delivery will find Zomato to be ideal. Second is the local food and beverage outlets. The site is also useful for restaurants who wish to promote their businesses or restaurant name in order to reach out to their target audience. Market and trend studies were used to create Zomato. Now, the third segment is reviewers or content contributors. These are active reviewers who contribute to the Zomato platform by writing reviews and uploading images of local restaurants and businesses. Now, talking about customer segmentation in Swiggy. Swiggy has two main clients, the people who order food through the app and the restaurants through which it receives its fees. The key groups of consumers are those people who don't want to go out to eateries and restaurants to buy food. People who want to buy food in their doorstep order it online. Swiggy also shows the number of offers, incentives, and recognition to build customer brand loyalty and keep them hooked to the site. The recent expansion of the company is through grocery stores, Genie, flower stores, and gift shops. Now over to Sibin.
Thank you, Anuj. Now I'll take over with the business strategy of both Zomato and Swiggy. So basically, as Zomato started its operations in 2008, it has been very innovative in its marketing schemes, and that has kept the customers engaged in its business. So the food delivery business is a numbers game. As you know, both these companies have been loss-making companies since its inception. But Zomato has been effective in creating a brand name that resonates trust and convenience within its consumers. The biggest advantage that Zomato has over its competitors is its beautifully designed UI. It acts as an extensive encyclopedia of restaurants complete with ratings, average costs, menus, and reviews. This helps the customers to compare between each restaurants and also to order food from the place that they like. Zomato also has amazingly used data science as it has been able to carve its way for success. For example, Zomato has used data science to implement different modes of what a person likes, the way he orders the food, and at the times at which he orders food. This has also been seen in Swiggy's business model. And basically, the difference here comes when Zomato's main focus is on the food industry and food industry alone, and it wants to capture the whole value chain from the restaurant discovery to the delivery. That's why Zomato is coming up with new and more proper stuffs like Zomato Pro, Zomaland, and different things. Now coming to Swiggy. Swiggy was a late participant in the food industry, which started its operations in 2014. Swiggy means to control the whole work chain of the client's experience and the procedure that has helped its triumph in the marketplace. This it has done through its logistics services. Swiggy has its integrated logistics services which helps it to deliver the food from the restaurants to the customers who order it online. Swiggy has a late dispatched the Swiggy Access Kitchen, which is the prepared to possess kitchen which is offered to cafe accomplices, leaves free access with even necessary pleasantry. Swiggy intends to give help to the eatery proprietors to enhance the kitchen regarding request anticipating stocks, arranging and requesting alters and so forth. Swiggy is basically focusing not only on the food industry right now, but it has come up with Swiggy Genie and Instamart and other prospects in the future, which helps it to like diversify its portfolio of products and services that it provides to its customers. Basically, from the inception, both Swiggy and Zomato have been loss-making companies. Like in financial year 2020, Swiggy made a loss of around 2,400 crores, whereas Zomato posted a loss of around 100,000 crores. 1,000 crores. This is despite that both of these are roughly making the revenue of around 1,000 crores. So to compete in this food industry, it is really tough, and that is how these companies are diversifying in different sectors to get into the profitability game. Now, Utkarsh will take forward with the further slides.
Thank you, Sibin. So now coming on to competitor analysis. So with Swiggy's recent $1.25 billion raise from SoftBank, Zomato's acquisition of Uber Eats last March for $206 million, India's online food delivery market is surely heating up and garnering a lot of worldwide attention and heavy investments. Now let's take a look at who is leading sales in India. Since January 2019, Zomato has always dominated the market in terms of revenues. As can be seen, Zomato had a much wider lead over Swiggy and managed to keep up its sales momentum until the beginning of April 2020. This is when COVID struck and the nationwide lockdown began. It was not until the end of May 2021 that Swiggy sales caught up with Zomato's and two competitors become more on par. So now we can understand that the online food delivery market is surely undergoing revolutionary times with much consolidation and sizable investments from tier one investors. The Indian food delivery market is almost like a duopoly where both Swiggy and Zomato will continue to operate as independent aggregators. However, while both Indian food tech giants are flush with funds and past the $1 billion mark, the upcoming fight is no more about market share, but expansion into adjacent sectors. Both companies are diverging on how to take their business forward. Zomato has chosen to deepen its focus on B2B services for restaurants, while Swiggy is going all in and investing its energy into new non-food categories like Swiggy and Instamart. Now Akshit will take it forward.
Uh, Thank you, Utkarsh. The food delivery industry was growing at a fairly steady pace prior to the start of the COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020. When lockdown went into effect all over the world, though, the growth skyrocketed. The industry has tripled in value since 2017 and doubled in value during the pandemic alone. According to the predictions, India food delivery industry will grow at a staggering CAGR of 35% during 2020 to 2025, and the industry will be worth 13 billion US dollars by 2025. Food tech has now made its presence in greater than 500 cities in India. However, the food delivery industry has experienced pressure from virtually all angles, between drivers demanding higher wages, restaurant camping for lower fees, and customer complaining about high delivery costs. For delivery services, restaurants, driver, and customers to all have a positive experience, widespread change will need to sweep the industry in coming years. These rising trends may shape the future of food delivery industry. Some of the said trends are: first, new channel of distribution, that is ordering using virtual assistant, integrated services via smartwatches, and ordering from within cars are exciting new possibilities. Second is medium of distribution. Innovative solutions like robots and drones have helped food delivery companies significantly speed up delivery and cut operational expenses. The scope for these distribution in future is very high. Thank you for watching.